Jacob prepares for a reunion. The sun rose over the rolling hills and golden valleys, spilling light like liquid fire across the land. Jacob, weary from years of travel and distant from his homeland, approached the river Jabbok. His heart pounded as he thought of his brother Esau, whom he had wronged many years ago. Rumors had reached him that Esau was coming with 400 men. Fear gnawed at Jacob's chest, cold and sharp. Jacob, ever clever and cautious, divided his people into two camps, hoping to save at least part of his household if Esau's anger erupted. He sent gifts ahead, flocks and herds, servants with treasures in their hands, each parcel a token of peace and reconciliation. Every step of preparation shimmered with tension, like the air before a thunderstorm. A night of solitude. As twilight draped its violet cloak across the river, Jacob found himself alone. The camp was hidden in the shadows, the animals silent. He lingered near the Jabbok, listening to the water rush over stones, carrying whispers from some ancient time. Alone, he felt the weight of every lie, every stolen blessing, and every stolen birthright that had haunted his life. And in this stillness, a figure appeared, a mysterious, powerful being that seemed woven from both shadow and light. Jacob did not know if he faced a man, an angel, or the presence of God itself. The struggle in the dark. The night air stiffened as the stranger seized Jacob. A struggle began, fierce and unrelenting, twisting through the darkness. Limbs strained, hearts pounded. The river murmured below, carrying the tension in ripples. Jacob's muscles ached, his soul burned, yet he refused to let go. He grappled with this being until the first light of dawn stretched its fingers across the horizon. And then, in a single moment that hung between earth and heaven, Jacob understood, this was no ordinary fight. He had wrestled with God and the weight of his own conscience, the shadows of his past, and the promise of his future. A new name. When the struggle paused, the mysterious figure touched Jacob's hip, leaving him limping, a mark of transformation etched into his body. Jacob had fought and endured, and now the stranger spoke, a voice deep and resonant, carrying both challenge and blessing. Jacob shall no longer be called Jacob, the deceiver, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men, and you have prevailed. The dawn broke fully, painting the sky in gold and pink, as Jacob stood, humbled, aching, yet reborn in spirit. Reunion and reconciliation. Still limping, Jacob crossed the river to meet Esau. The gifts, the careful planning, and the fear of the past met the present in a quiet, astonishing moment. Esau ran to Jacob, embraced him, and wept. Brothers once torn by deceit and ambition now held each other under the rising sun. In that meeting, the tension melted like mist under the morning light. The gifts were received, the apologies unspoken yet understood, and a path of peace stretched before them. Reflections and lessons. Genesis 32 tells a story of fear, courage, and transformation. Jacob's night-long struggle is more than a physical fight, it is the wrestling of a human soul confronting guilt, fear, and destiny. The story teaches us several things. Courage often requires facing our deepest fears alone. Struggle is a crucible for transformation, pain and endurance can birth strength and new identity, reconciliation is possible even after years of deceit and separation, true blessing often comes not through cleverness or avoidance, but through persistence and openness to change. Jacob's limp, a visible mark of his encounter, reminds us that growth and blessing are often accompanied by lasting evidence of our trials. The tale of Jacob at the Jabbok is timeless. Fear can lead to preparation, struggle can lead to revelation, and confrontation with both God and conscience can reshape a life entirely.